What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Yay or Nay series. We had to take a break last week because, well, the closed alpha was going on, but the series is resuming. And today we have Raven from the Teen Titans, a requested character for the series. And look, yes, some people have probably heard about some rumblings about Raven, but remember what the series is about. Remember what it's about. It's a simple question. Yay, you want to see this character playable, or nay, you don't want to see this character playable. That's what the series is always about. We'll talk about characters that are highly likely. We'll talk about characters that probably aren't likely whatsoever, but, you know, just to have a little bit of fun. So Raven is our character of the day. So let's start off with some possible attacks that she could bring with her into Multiverses. And the first one, I'll just call it like a dark magic blast, I suppose. But this could be a possible, like, neutral special for Raven here. So she fires out, like, these quick dark magic projectiles from both hands. This allows her character to utilize some of her dark magic abilities, as well as giving her a nice projectile to play around with. So the projectiles themselves, they'll probably end up doing, like, a little bit of damage, nothing crazy, and probably have very little knockback. But since she can fire these out, you know, multiple at a time, and they can, you know, they're pretty rapid, the firing pace, the damage will rack up, you know, as long as you hit multiple of these attacks in a row. But again, based on the attack speed, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So yes, perfect little neutral special here. Like I said, this, what I call Dark Magic Blast, this works, I believe, yeah. So that's kind of why I have it in here. So there you go, there's move number one. Moving on to move number two, what are the dark energy beams? I don't remember what these are called. So here's how the moves works. You can see it on screen, but this move I believe could work well as, say, a down neutral attack, where she can summon out these like dark energy beams that shoot upwards from the ground. So using this move, you simply press the attack button, and it will have 3 of these energy beams. One to the left of her, one to the right of her, and one directly where she's standing. So it's kind of like a big, it's going to have a big hitbox. It's going to have a big hitbox. But if you charge up and, you know, you hold the move, you charge it up a little bit, the longer you charge it, you'll end up having 2 additional beams, one more on the farther left and one more on the farther right. So if you charge it up, the hitbox becomes a little bit bigger. Maybe, you know, having such a big hitbox, you're going to have like probably some significant end lag to the attack. So if you miss the attack somehow, if your opponent dodges it, well, Raven's going to be a sit and duck, and nobody wants to be a sit and duck in these kind of games. But I thought this could be a fun little attack. Again, down special probably works. I don't know if a down grounded attack works, but somewhere in there, these dark energy beams that kind of shoot up from the ground seem to make sense. Moving on to the next attack here for move number 3, we'll just call it a simple forward flying kick. This might work well as, say, a side air attack, possibly a forward air kind of attack. So it's as simple as it sounds. She's in the air, you input the attack, and she does a kicking motion forwards, maybe slanted down a little bit. So the move would cover a little bit of distance while, of course, moving her forwards. So this could work as somewhat of a safe way to get back on stage. If she gets knocked off of the stage, that is. Plus, depending on some other attacks that she might end up having and the knockback from those attacks, this attack could also kind of be like a combo finisher, you know, in a way, maybe a combo extender to an extent. You know, depending on the other moves, you can use this to kind of finish things off. So maybe you got a jab combo and then you can go into forward air. So, you know, a 3-hit jab combo, boom, 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 and then your opponent gets knocked away a little bit, and then you go forward air and hit this. So, you know, it's something that's got multiple uses to it. So I figured, yeah, forward air, this could work pretty well. And now for the last move that we'll go over, move number 4. I guess I'll call it the tentacle grab. Yeah, I need to work on that name. But the last attack here, Raven will use, well, her tentacle grab attack, I suppose. Don't go there. Don't go there. You know you want to, but don't go there. But this could work as maybe like a grounded side attack, possibly, where a couple of these tentacle arms will end up reaching forwards, you know, whatever direction she's facing. So if she's facing right, the tentacles will reach to the right. She's facing left, well, then they reach out left. That makes sense. But so the tentacles will reach outwards and attempt to grab on to an opponent, and then it reels them in. So the captured opponent, gets pulled towards her. So Raven can either, I don't know if you want to say, once the tentacles pull her in, maybe Raven delivers a big punch, a big dark magic attack, something like that. Or maybe it kind of works how it did in the show a little bit, especially this clip I was showing. Not the clip, but the screenshots I'm showing. So like it kind of engulfs. So it pulls them in and then it kind of like engulfs the opponent in darkness. Anybody that's played Smash Ultimate with Pokeballs, think of maybe Mimikyu to a degree, where Mimikyu kind of like pulls them in and then you kind of just get stuck in Mimikyu, and then a whole bunch of damage just kind of gets racked up. So something similar to that, or it could just be like a command grab sort of attack. I think either one could work. So yeah, choose whichever one you want. Now on to the alternate costume portion of the video. Got three different ideas. First up, we'll go with the simple one, her pink outfit. I mean, heck, she told us it's her favorite color after all. She told us it's her favorite color, so this one could work as a simple unlockable skin. Maybe it's nothing crazy, but yeah, it's a little color swap, and yeah, like I said, she told us it's her favorite color, okay? But how about this one? This could be, I think this one would look, so I would buy this in a heartbeat, even if I don't play Raven. I'd buy this one. So I'm calling it like her character, when she uses her dark magic abilities, right? The screen, everything around her kind of just turns black and has white outlines, right? Imagine this as an alternate costume. She's just all dark with just the white outlines. I don't know, something about that simple design seems really cool, and have that running around on the battlefield, that could be pretty fun. That could be pretty cool. I would, like I said, I'd buy this in a heartbeat if this was ever an idea for an alternate costume, but I don't know if they'd go there. Maybe she blends in too much with a dark stage. I don't know if that could cause an issue, but this would still be a very fun alternate costume nonetheless. And then one more, just because there's different iterations of Teen Titans. So there's different iterations of, well, Raven. So I suppose they could just get like her Teen Titans Go look. I know people might not like Teen Titans Go, or maybe they don't like the original Teen Titans or whatever, but you could get the different iterations from the different Teen Titans shows as alternate costumes. That way, if you are a fan of Raven and they have all these different variants that are possible, you can at least go buy the one that you like the most and, just go from there. So more options never hurts anybody. And that is going to wrap it up for today's Yay or Nay episode. Well, the character portion, because now we need to move on to the updated stat portion for the Yay or Nay series. Alright, jumping right into it, we got characters 1 through 6. So something I want to mention right out of the gate here is, in fact, Taz, who used to be a part of this series, well, he's been confirmed for the game, so we officially removed him from the series because there's kind of no point for him anymore. But here's the brand new top 6, and number 1 still is Daffy Duck. Take a look at those stats. 148 total votes, 147 people said yes. That's still crazy. So you got a 99.32%, I guess, yes to no ratio, which is absolutely nuts. Number 1 by far. But then we got the rest of the top 6, 2 through 6, I should say. Wile E. Coyote I guess he technically moved up to number 2 because Taz was second, but Taz got removed. So Wile E. Coyote moves up to number 2. And take a look at that. Johnny Bravo, one of the 2 debuting characters this week. Johnny Bravo debuts in 3rd place. All right, so yeah, maybe vote numbers compared to everyone else who's been around the series a lot longer. 51 total votes, 49 yeses and 2 nos. Sure, that might not be the biggest, numbers compared to the others, but it's a strong start. 96.07% for Johnny Bravo in 3rd place. So how about that? How about that for Johnny Bravo? But then we got Mordecai in 4th place. Ben 10 fell down to 5th place. I think he fell down, but Ben 10 in 5th place. And Samurai Jack in 6th place. That is your top 6. Tons of votes for everybody. I believe Daffy Duck had like 14 total votes. They were all yeses, by the way. So tons of votes for a lot of people, but I'll get to like the notable ones as we continue talking about the stats. Now we move on to 7 through 12, where starting things off, Rick Sanchez is number 7. Number 8, Fred Flintstone, the Animaniacs in 9th. The Mask, That is right, The Mask, the second debuting character. Top 10. Top 10 is not bad. 66 total votes, 60 yeses, 6 nos. And that's only with, what, like 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks of voters. So that's not bad at all. That ain't bad at all. 90.90% technically yes to no ratio. That's pretty dang good. That is pretty dang good. But rounding out the last two there, Joker in 11th and King Kong in 12th. King Kong was like the only character that had like one vote this week, and it was a no, so I believe, yeah, he fell percentage-wise. Let's see, Animaniacs actually fell percentage-wise. They fell 1.08% this week, so they had kind of a big fall. Looks like Fred Flintstone also fell percentage points technically, so yeah, a lot more votes, and you know, a lot of these higher percentages just takes one nay for one of these characters to drop percentage-wise, and that's kind of what we're going to see throughout the rest of the episode. So let's get to the next group of characters, where we got 13 through 18. So we got Static Shock, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, Godzilla, Emmett from the Lego Movie, Scooby-Doo, and Popeye. So Static Shock, I think, had a couple votes. I think it was 3, and I believe all of them were yays, if I'm remembering correctly. Scorpion had a few votes. He's also up percentage-wise from last week. He's up like 0.80%, which is good. Godzilla moved up 0.25%. Godzilla had a ton of votes as well this week. Don't remember exactly. I think it was like, I want to say like 16 total votes he had this week. Godzilla had quite a bit, and I think it was like 14 yeses and 2 nos. Might be off slightly there, but yeah, ton of votes for Godzilla this week. Moving up, 85.96% for Godzilla. Emmett actually fell down percentage-wise. Actually fell down. So he's down to 84.52%. Right behind him, we got Scooby-Doo. Scooby had 4 or 5 votes, but they were all yeses. So Scooby moving up big time. Scooby jumps 1.35% from the last time we seen his stats, so that's pretty good. And then Popeye the Sailor Man. Unfortunately, he did drop ever so slightly. He dropped 0.15%, but he's still hanging around, so 18th place. Not that bad. Now we're moving on to 19 through 24, and we got the villainous Black Hat, Lord Black Hat, followed by Pennywise, Vilgax. Well, a bunch of villains in a row. How weird. Black Hat, Pennywise, and Vilgax. Crazy. Yeah, Vilgax in 21st place. Then we got, Mao Mao in 22nd, Mojo Jojo, another villain, kind of towards the bottom of this list, and then Gumball. So overall, it looks like Black Hat was a big dropper this week, percentage-wise. He had like 3 votes, and were they all nays, or it was like 1 nay, or 1 yes and 2 no's, or something like that. Not a good week for Black Hat. Pennywise fell percentage-wise. Vilgax fell percentage-wise. Mao Mao fell almost 3% from the last time we seen him. Mojo Jojo fell percentage-wise. The only one on this group was Gumball. And Gumball raised percentage-wise 0.09%. So I mean, that's positive, right? At least Gumball's going in the positive, the upwards trajectory. So there you go. But 24th place, and we got 5 more characters to take a look at, which is 25 through 29, and it starts off with Pibby, then Sonic, then Jotaro, Spinel, and LeBron James. So all these characters, except for 3 of the 5 characters fell percentage-wise. Pibby fell down 2.89%, and then Sonic fell 2.28%. And we also see, they were the only 2. Never mind, I was reading stats wrong. Those are the only 2 that actually dropped percentage points. But looks like Jotaro moved up 2.31% from last time. Then Spinel actually moved up 1.47%. LeBron James had, I think LeBron had 9 total votes. 5 of them were yays, and 4 of those were no's. So, yeah, LeBron James jumped up 2.57%. So, I mean, he's still in last place, but he's headed in the right direction if you're a fan of him. So there you go. We got 29 total characters for the Yay or Nay series. I guess technically 30 with the new Raven episode that we are doing, right now. But we'll get stats on her in about 2 weeks' time. But that's then. Today's right now. Today's wrapping up. I do hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.